Hello, all you traders out there. Hey, beginning of the new month, first week is done and gone. So I'm actually recording this a few days in, but looks like so far so good. I'm halfway through basically our first full week, so if I want to take everything into account, we've done pretty good so far. Um, Lots of good trades. We did pretty much start the month off. Second day of the month, so on the second, we took a loss. Kind of weird, same time expected, but part of the plan. We are supposed to lose occasionally. We're not 100% traders. Don't think that'll ever happen. But as we go through, the rest of the trading has gone pretty well. It's all about keeping that discipline intact. But I just wanted to kind of update you guys as we end off this first full week. We do got a lot of positive trades going on. So as I come into it, one of my goals for this month was actually to look at possibly doing a second contract rather than going at one contract with multiple trades. So obviously that brings my overall account to risk. My risk is going to be the same while trading, but my account size will be a little more at risk. One loss, much like it did at the beginning of last month, could wipe out the account. So, well, one loss won't. But at this point, we've made enough money where it'd take two or three losses before we really got hit enough where we'd have to consider doing a bit more depositing. But hey, you never know. The strategy does have a loss ratio, and nothing says that it's gonna lose every 30 days. It could be 3 days in a row with three losses each, and then for 6 months I'll never again have that problem. Um, Drawdowns are part of the life, but as a whole, again, losses are part of the game. So the idea is to have a count that can hold us out while we go to it. So that's the goal for this month is hopefully get our account status up to a place where we can take, I'm hoping, at least five losses in a row without blowing out the account. So that's truly my goal, and we're getting there. We really are. So another winning day today does put us at a pretty good rate, and I'm noticing that the wins are a little better. So there's a little more volatility out there right now, and at the end of last month, it was a big concern. So that volatility, it did hurt. It caught us a couple of times, but it is to be expected. Some months are better than others. It's just a matter of sticking with the strategy and keeping it going. So as we go into what are we in June now? We're halfway through the year. It's summertime. We're going to see how this works out. According to my historical testing, this should be a fairly easy month. It's not going to be high profits, but it should, we should have a day or two that is good. For the most part, everything seems like it's going to be pretty straightforward. This is that time where we just clock in for work and clock out for work. We're not going to get any bonuses. We're not going to do any overtime. We're just going to get in, do the job, get out. Whereas last month, those first 4 or 5 months, with winter and everybody coming back into the mood, it fluctuates. So the end of the month was kind of weird. Don't see that too often, but we're good. So as the end of the first week hits here, we're good to go. I'm liking what I see, keeping that discipline intact, always thinking about the next step. So things are going really well for everybody out there. Just remember, drawdowns are part of it. Last week of the month, last month was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. Took a few good hits. It was a outright street brawl in some cases, but we got through it, and everything seems back on track. My win percentage is pretty good. I'd have to double check the numbers here, but it looks like I lost a total of 6 trades and won. Oh man, what did it say? Here, we wrote this down. Just so you guys know what I'm doing, how my win percentage is. I guess if you really want to hit percentages, you can. So when I look at it, looks like I won 40 of my trades, lost 5. So my percentage is somewhere in the 88%, 89 if you want to round up. But I do have a 12% loss ratio. So now that I got some good statistics using live money, I'm really kind of just sticking with my strategy. But my goal here is at the end of the first week is take a look and see if my account can, bear that type of brunt, being able to take that kind of loss. So an 88% win is, it's fairly close to 1 out of 10, which is, kind of what we were expecting. But that means we got to win 10 times. in order to cover one loss, which is probably where my account's hurting a little bit, but not too much because my wins were pretty good wins. So the risk management on that side worked out pretty well. But let's be honest here, we're cutting it close. So hopefully we can get those win loss ratios up. Now, if I were to really look back at last month and the beginning of this month, we're doing good. As long as I'm following the plan, we're okay. Of those 5 losses, 3 of them were unintended and they were made by bad choices and emotional decisions. So, had I at least stuck to my guns, the truth is this would have been a very profitable month and it would have went according to plan. But, in the plan, we're also doomed to fail. So, overall, we did really well this month, or at least I did really well this month making it work. And I look forward to continuing on. So this month should be another one. As long as I keep my head in the game and keep it going, we should be good, and everything should work out just dandy.